everybody. It's Mrs. Osborne and
Miss Posey. Hi.
hello. I miss seeing your sweet faces live and in person. But for now, this is what we're going to have to do. So I'm excited to see you this morning. Anybody know what today is? Anybody? Well, yesterday was what day? I'll give you a minute to think about that. Yesterday was Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. And we have the month of December. So we have, Mrs. Posey, could you put up there, yesterday was Tuesday. Okay. So yesterday was Tuesday. Today is going to be, anybody know what today is? What comes after Tuesday? Wednesday. Okay. So yesterday was Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. And what is tomorrow gonna be? Thursday. That's right. Thursday. So, yesterday was Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. And tomorrow is going to be Thursday. And so we are in the month of December. So, yesterday was December 1st. So, what comes next? What number comes after 1? 2. That's right. So we've got the number 2. And our little numbers are in the shape of ornaments for the month of December because we're putting ornaments on our Christmas trees. Just like the ornaments you see right here on our Christmas tree. Okay? So today is Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. All right. So let's sing our Days of the Week song. Are you ready? I'll give you a minute. How about now? Are you ready? Okay, great. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week.
There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week.
Okay, so after our Days of the Week, what song do we sing? Yes, that's right. Months of the year. So we're going to do our months of the year. And, you know, I got to stand up for this one. Okay. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. Good job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Way to go. All right. So, does anybody remember what letter we are on this week? Anybody? You don't see it behind me, do you? Yeah? Yes. The letter J. We have the capital J and the lowercase j. Capital J, lowercase j. Alrighty. So we have our capital J. Make a hook and then add a hat. Letter J is as simple as that. Capital J. And then we have lowercase j. Little j is a jumping bean that likes to be seen. Down and hook up, then add a jelly bean, which just means, add a dot at the top. Just like we did with the letter I. Not a circle, a dot. Just a dot at the top. Okay? So what sound does the J make? The J makes a J sound. J. Everybody say J. J. Like some words that we have from yesterday. We have jump, jar, jingle bells, jelly, jacket, jet, joyful, and the most important of all, Jesus. All those words start with a J. And of course, Jesus is the most important one of all, right? Because he has done so much for us. Thumbs up. Yep. Okay. So I want to go over, just review the letters that we've already done for this year. Okay. If you know the letter, I want you to say it out loud. Okay. Here we go. A is for astronaut. B for balloon. B. And then what do we have after B? C for cactus. We have D for dinosaur. E for elephant. F for French fries, because they are yummy. French fries. No? Okay, no, it's paper. We have G for goldfish. H is for heart. I is for ice cream. I know nobody likes ice cream, right? Nah. Yes, I like ice cream. And what we're up to now, the letter J for jump rope. Jump rope. Okay, good job. Make sure that you're reviewing all of your letters at home so that you can remember all of them. And this month we have our color, which is yellow. And we have our yellow song that we'll sing with that one.
Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Like the early morning sun when the day has just begun. Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Yellow.
Okay, so look around your house. See if you can find some things that are yellow. And then we have what number? 5. That's right, we have the number 5 this month. Straight line down, then around, hat on top, and 5's a clown. So we have a straight line down, and then around, a hat on top, and 5's a clown. I can be a little clowny sometimes. Okay, so yesterday we had talked about how the number 5 relates to a star. Do you remember? The star has how many points? 5. That's right. The star has 5 points. I am Sarah's star. You can see me twinkle from afar. My 5 points make me complete. When I'm brightly shining, I can't be beat. So this is a star with the 5 points. All right. So we are going to read our Bible story today, which is called Baby Jesus is Born. Baby Jesus is born. Mary loved Joseph. Mary and Joseph were going to be married soon. Joseph lived in Nazareth, but his family lived in Bethlehem. A new leader named Caesar ordered all people to go back to their homeland. He wanted to count all the people in his kingdom. So Mary and Joseph went to Bethlehem. Mary was going to have her baby soon. When they arrived in Bethlehem, they looked for a safe place to sleep, but all the inns were full. Finally, a man was able to help them. He said, "I do not have any rooms left, but you are welcome to sleep in the stable." Joseph made a warm place for Mary to rest. While they were there, little baby Jesus was born. Oh, look, there's little baby Jesus. Mary wrapped Jesus in strips of cloth and gently laid him in a manger. And there's baby Jesus in the manger. Isn't that sweet? So little baby Jesus was born in a stable. He wasn't born in a hospital or in a house. He was kind of born outside. Now, our Bible verse for this week that has the letter J in it. A joyful heart makes a cheerful face. Proverbs 15:13. A joyful heart makes a cheerful face. Proverbs 15:13. Okay, see if you can memorize that. And I have a book that I am going to read to you that will go with the candy cane that you have at home. And it's called The Legend of the Candy Cane. Maybe some of you all have it at home. Okay, let's see what the legend of the candy cane is. One dreary evening in the depths of November, a stranger rode into town. He stopped his horse in front of a lonely storefront. The windows were boarded shut, and the door was locked fast. But the man looked at it, smiled, and said, "It will do." All through the gray, short days and the long, dark nights of November, the man worked. The townspeople could hear the faint pam, pam, pam of his hammer and the snish, snish, snish of his saw. They could smell the sweet, clean scent of new lumber and the deep, oily smell of new paint. but no one knew who the man was or what he was doing. The mayor hoped he was a doctor to heal his illness. The young wives hoped he was a tailor to make beautiful dresses. The farmers hoped he was a trader to exchange their grain for goods. But the children had the strongest, deepest wish of all, a wish they did not tell their parents, a deep, quiet, secret wish that none of them said out loud. No one spoke to the man. No one asked if he needed help. They just waited and watched and wondered and wished. But one small girl watched and wondered and waited and wished longer than she could stand. And one snowy day she knocked at the stranger's door. "Hello," she said. "My name is Lucy. Do you need some help?" The man smiled warmly and nodded. Then he opened the door and Lucy stepped inside. A long counter ran down the side of the room. Bare shelves filled the opposite walls. In the back were dozens and dozens of barrels and crates. "Could you help me unpack?" the man asked. Lucy's heart sank at the sight of all the boxes. What if they were only barrels of nails and bags of flour? But she removed her dripping boots and hung her coat on a peg. On the stocking feet, she crossed the rough wooden floor and knelt beside a crate. "Please open it," the man urged. Slowly, Lucy put her hand into the box and pulled out an object wrapped in tissue. Round and heavy, it almost slipped through her fingers. Lucy trembled a little as she unwrapped it. It was a glass jar. Lucy gave the man a puzzled look. "Go on," his nod said. So she unpacked another glass jar, and another, until she was completely surrounded by jars of all shapes and sizes, tall and thin, round and squat, jars with lids and jars without. "Now," the man said, "for something to put inside." And he pulled over a huge crate stamped with a strange word. As Lucy unpacked, her eyes lit up. It was candy, her favorite candy, gumdrops. "Try some," the man said. She popped one in her mouth. Now she could hardly unwrap fast enough. Peppermint sticks, taffy, lollipops, chewing gum. Wide-eyed, she looked at the man. "We wished," Lucy said. "Yes, I know," said the man. "And here it is. Welcome to Sonneman's Candy Store. I am John Sonneman." Soon, the small store was filled with candies gleaming in their glass jars. Raspberry suckers and tiny lemon drops, brightly colored jawbreakers, and long tangles of licorice. Pink and white peppermints for church, and butterscotch balls for company. Then, in the very last package, in the very last crate, was a candy Lucy had never seen before. A red and white striped candy stick with a crook on the end. "What is this?" Lucy asked. "This," Mr. Sonneman explained, "is a candy cane. It is a very special Christmas candy." "Why?" Lucy asked. "Tell me," Mr. Sonneman said. "What letter does it look like?" Lucy took the candy and turned it in her hand. "J," she said. "Yes," Mr. Sonneman smiled. "J for Jesus, who was born on Christmas Day." "Now turn it over. What does it remind you of?" Lucy turned the candy in her hand. She peered down intently. "I know," she said finally. "It's like a shepherd's staff." "Who were the first to find out about Jesus' birth?" Mr. Sonneman asked. "Shepherds in the field," Lucy answered, "watching over their flocks by night." "But Mr. Sonneman, what are the stripes for?" Lucy asked. The man's eyes grew sad. "The prophet Isaiah said, 'By his stripes we were healed.' Before he died on the cross, Jesus was whipped. He bled terribly. The red reminds us of his suffering and his blood." "But then," Mr. Sonneman continued, "the candy is white as well. When we give our lives to Jesus, his blood washes away our sins, making us white and pure as snow." "That," he said, "is the story of the candy cane." "Is it a secret?" Lucy asked. Mr. Sonneman looked at her for a long moment. "It's a story that needs to be told," he said. "Will you help me share it?" It was now the depths of December. The town was whipped around by blizzard winds. For days the sun hid itself. But every morning Mr. Sonneman and Lucy ventured out. They wore heavy woolen coats and bright hand-knit scarves. And in their stiff, mittened fingers they each held a bag. They went to every house in town. They traveled to every farm in the country. They knocked on every door in every home. They told the story. They left a small gift, and they gave an invitation. On the afternoon of Christmas Eve, the sun finally broke through the clouds, and Sonneman's candy store officially opened. The mayor came, feeling better than he'd felt in days. The young wives came, dressed in beautiful smiles. The farmers came, eager to trade grain for Christmas gifts. The children ran in dizzy circles. Yes, their wish had come true. Yes, they had come to share in the opening of the candy store. But they shared something more, something bigger, something better. On that Christmas Eve, they shared the story of the candy cane. They told of the miracle of Christ's birth, the misery of his death, and the mercy of his love. The end. So, you can use the story of the candy cane to tell everybody about what Jesus did for us, right? God wants us to tell everybody about Jesus so that we can all go to heaven together. So you're going to go out and tell everybody that you know? Yes, that's right. Tell everybody. So use your candy canes as a sweet candy for yourself, but also to tell all your friends about Jesus. All right, so we have a craft that is a Christmas tree that Mrs. Posey is going to tell you about.
All right, boys and girls. So we have this Christmas tree, and what I want you to do is decorate it. I want you to draw ornaments. You can put candy canes on there. If you have glitter at home, put some glitter on it, because I would totally have glitter on it if it was here at school. And then after you're finished decorating it, you can cut it out on the black line, and you can hang it up, and you can remember about the angel Gabriel that came and told Mary about how she was going to have a baby.
All right, so you've got one sheet that you can do today. And this has, of course, the letter J. So you could color in where you see all the J's. You could color the juice box down here at the bottom, because juice box starts with a J. That's right. And I think that's about all we have for today. So
Yeah.
you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.